fabulous humans, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then well, hello, how you doing? Welcome. You have just slipped into the most fabulous place on YouTube, and I am so happy to have you here. Well, now that I have you here, I'm just going to give you 3 seconds today to go do what you do. Subscribe to the channel, become part of the glitter and glam squad so we can shine together, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you will always be notified when I upload a new video. And while you're at it, hit the thumbs up button so YouTube knows that little old me, I need to shine bright like a diamond in this YouTube streets. Okay, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you for the love, thank you for the support. I truly appreciate you. You chose to come back, and it means a lot to me. Thank you. Now, today's video is about November fragrance tray. This is my perfume tray, fragrances that I think I'm going to be using a lot in November, because guess what? It is finally cold in Texas. Like, what? We are getting 33, we're getting 35 degrees, and I'm like, what's going on? They said like next week we're gonna get 80. I'm like, but however, it is like 32, 33 degrees right now. So I am bringing out the good stuff, and I have a little bit of vanilla, not your average vanilla, because you know we like the vanillas to be deep, dark, and twisted over here, but a hint of rose. So, do I have oud? There has to be oud here, right? But if you want to know what my November fragrance tray is, then stick around.
That night I said I was recording late. I wasn't recording late. I was just smoking, chilling at a couple trays.
The first fragrance that I'm excited to wear in the month of November, I don't think I've talked about it on this channel. I have some fragrances that I've not really talked about, or maybe I've talked about once on the channel, and that's why I'm happy about this list, because I'm bringing out the big boys. But the first fragrance that I am excited to wear in the month of November, it has vanilla and it has oud, and it's called Vanilla Oud. This is by Virtus Paris. Listen. This is what Kayali's Vanilla Oud should have been. Don't tell Mona I said that. Don't tell them. Don't tell Kayali I said that. But when I tell you, I want to put this on a little bit. This is very oudy. There's vanilla in here, but it's very oudy. I absolutely love this. This is me. This is the deep, dark, twisted vanilla that I love, not a baby vanilla. Now, if this vanilla is a bit too funky for you, then I think that you can layer it with Burberry Goddess. That's a very soft, watery vanilla. It would tone it down. Or I love to put, I tried it with Kayali's Sugar Patchouli. That one is strong as well. So they did go together, but it didn't really water this down because that has patchouli in it. This is incredible. It's amazing. And this is very unisex. The men will love this. If you're a guy, you would definitely love Vanilla Oud by Virtus. But I bedazzled my bottle so it doesn't come like this. I have started touching up on a few fragrances. We've been adding more glitter to them. So as I'm talking about the fragrances in future videos, you will notice some bottles have stuff going on. But this is one of the bottles that I did. It just goes to show that I love this fragrance. And that is Vanilla Oud from Virtus Paris. Oui, oui. Incredible. The second fragrance that I am excited to wear in the month of November is brand spanking new to my collection as well, and that is from the house of Atelier des Ors, and this is called Lon Fine. Now this fragrance, it has cardamom. It's a vanilla cardamom fragrance. It's spicy. There's pink pepper in here as well. In here, this is good. This is so good. Like, what I would say is it reminds me of By the Fireplace. But when I put both of them side by side, they're not the same. But whenever you put this on, you're getting By the Fireplace vibes. The cardamom in here, I think, is what makes this different. in there somewhere, there's about a fireplace in there. But because of the cardamom, it's like confusing. But this is amazing. This is so good. Like, the person that made me really want to get it, there were two people. Rous here on YouTube. She is incredible. She always used to talk about it, how it reminded her of like a, I think she said it was a vanilla sponge cake. This is good. It's such a really nice spicy vanilla. And the perfume guy, Sebastian, always used to talk about this fragrance. So I had it on my wish list for like 2 years, and I'm finally able to add it to my collection, and I love it. This is also unisex. So if you're a man, this vanilla you can wear. And I think a lot of the fragrances that I am wearing in the month of November, straight up unisex. Straight up unisex. Now, the third fragrance that I'm pulling out is another vanilla. Listen, vanilla is going to rule the month of November, but not just any vanilla. This is another deep, spicy vanilla, and that is material from the house of Amouage. Oh my goodness. This fragrance is so potent. It feels like there's cinnamon in here, but it's just the depth that you get with this fragrance. It is so deep, it's so dark, it's so unisex in the middle. The men, I know they said this is supposed to be for women because it's in the short bottle, but for me, this is very unisex. It's very, very unisex. I got it during the summertime, and I could not get jiggy with it in the summer, but now I have not put it in my nose and I can smell it. This is incredible. Oh, this is good. And my bottle, I did a little bedazzle on this one as well, but this is so good. Like, I cannot stop smelling it. This might be my scent of the day. This is good. This is good. And that's material from the house of Amouage. I will be tearing material up in November. This is really solid release. If you're a man, if you're a woman, if you're a human, you need to get your nose on material. But, however, you have to like the deep, dark, twisted stuff. You cannot like easy vanillas and want to pull this off. So this vanillas that I'm showing you, they're vanillas that are the dark twister fantasy. And that brings me to my next vanilla. Because I'm just going to give vanilla, 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 okay? This could have been a vanilla video. The next fragrance that I am excited to wear in the month of November is from my favorite house. And this fragrance, I don't talk about it a lot on the channel. And I feel like the weather was too hot for it. Now it's cooler. I need to bring it out, and it has rose in it. It's like a very woody rose, and that is Wadisina from the house of Xerjoff. This is very unique. It's like rose, and I think there's tobacco in here. This is stunning. It is strong. As I opened it up, I don't need to spray it. It is very potent, very unique, and it is good. This is in the running for the scent of the day for me tomorrow, because I just haven't really worn it as much as I want to. And I just realized that the weather is cold. You know, this is the time to bring out the tobacco. And this is just given, and it's unique because you get rose, you get, you know, tobacco in here. This is good. This is actually good. But in the summertime when I smelled it, I was like, But now that the weather is cold and I'm smelling it, I'm like, this is actually incredible. And I cannot wait to wear her. I will be tearing her up in the month of November. And I'm looking at her like, should I wear you today? Are you going to be one today? But that is Wadisina from the house of Xerjoff. Speaking of Xerjoff, my next fragrance is also from Xerjoff because why not? This is Naxos. Calling all the men. Now, fellas, this is the one for you. This is a honey-based fragrance. And one thing about honey, and there's lavender in here, I think. One thing about honey, I think honey really works well in the fall. It's very mellow, it's very deep and soft at the same time. I have not worn Naxos because I feel like we haven't been there yet. Now that it's like 33 degrees, I'm like, okay, I am ready. I'm coming out. I'm stepping out. And Naxos is going to be that guy or girl that I'm going to be wearing. And I am looking forward. I'm so excited to pull Naxos out. Naxos is going to rule. I feel like in here, are we can Naxos make it for Thanksgiving? Because Thanksgiving, I love a really good, I think for Thanksgiving, I love a boozy scent. I want to smell boozy and foodie. So maybe not for Thanksgiving, but yes, definitely we'll be wearing Naxos in November. So that is Naxos from the house of Xerjoff. The next fragrance that is on my fragrance rotation for November is from YSL, and this is BABYCAT. This is a toasted vanilla. Very deep, very dark is vanilla. It's leather. It is so good. If you're a vanilla lover, but not just any kind of vanilla lover, a vanilla lover like me, you know, the deep, dark, twisted vanillas, then you would love BABYCAT. So I absolutely adore BABYCAT. I used her last fall, and this was my dent from last year, and I've had dent this year because I wore it when the temperature dropped. But now it's dropping lower. I will be tearing her up as well. But one thing I'll say with BABYCAT and with the YSL elevated line, I end up overspraying it because they're so warm, so cozy, so inviting. So I end up spraying and spraying. And then when I come, you just catch whiffs of me like this. So I do love me some YSL. Don't let that girl Libre tell you negative stuff about me, okay? Don't listen to her. Don't listen to whatever she got to say about me. I do have love for YSL. I have a few of their elevated line, and I want Supreme Bouquet next. That will be my next YSL that I will add. But whatever that girl Libre told you, don't believe it. She's a hater, and that's why I don't like her anyways. But you see BABYCAT right here? That's my guy. That's my girl. We get along just fine, okay? And that's BABYCAT from the house of YSL. The next fragrance on my November tray is from Panadora, Sweden. This is Imperial Wood. This is also another fragrance that I haven't been able to enjoy because the weather was not cold enough. And now that we're in 33 degrees, she would be tearing up and good. This is very deep. This is woody. I need to do a fragrance video of just woods. Woody, deep, dark woods, delicious wood. Everything will be centered around wood. But this is so good. Oh, I'm going to put this on. And I didn't think I was going to make it my fragrance of the day. But when the weather is cold and you use this, sometimes I like to layer it with 16 from Panadora. 16 is like a Sweetie Oud dupe. I think that when you layer it, it's still very nice. It's still very woody and delicious. But by itself, it's straight up wood. Very unisex. The fellas would love this. The person that loves this would love Naxos. So if you like Naxos, you would like this as well. But that is Imperial Wood. I love the bottle by Panadora, Sweden. The next fragrance that I am bringing out for November is from Rous, and that is Sweetie Oud. I feel like November is the perfect time to bring her out. November, December, January, February. This is a delicious wood. There's so many things going on in this fragrance that I cannot even say. There's so many notes. There's a gourmand accord, there's bergamot, I think there's artemisia. You get oud in it. So much is going on, but this fragrance is very complex. It's very complicated. And if you're not used to niche smelling fragrance, if you're not used to the deep dark stuff, you will not appreciate it, because a lot of people love this fragrance when they first spray it because of that burst of bergamot and the gourmand accord. But once it starts to settle in, it's like you're burning a wood. So that same vibe we get from By the Fireplace, that's what you kind of get here, but they don't smell alike at all. But that is Sweetie Oud from Rous. Now the next fragrance that I'm pulling out in the month of November is from the house of BDK. I struggle between this and Velvet Tonka because I've been enjoying Velvet Tonka. In October, I use Velvet Tonka a lot, but this is Gree Chanel. Gree Chanel I picked up, I think I got this last year. When I first got it, I didn't really understand what was going on, but I didn't hate it. I liked it, but it was something was going on. I'm like, this is very different. This is not anything I've smelled before, so it wasn't a hate. I just was like, I need to figure this out. And I kept it. And after once in a while, I bring it out, I test it, and I'm like, wow, this is incredible, but it's very unique. It's different. What's going on? But as we got into the fall, I used this on my son to test out the sillage. And I forgot he was moving around the house, and I started catching whiffs of it. When I tell you, I brought Gree Chanel back out. I'm like, wait a minute, what is that? This is very unique, very different, but very niche. This is a fig fragrance, and I never thought that I liked the note fig. Like, what? But I like it. There's no oud here, but it's very comfy, cozy, very Netflix and chill kind of fragrance, very let's be by the fireplace kind of fragrance. They don't smell, does not smell like the fragrance by the fireplace. I'm talking about chilling, being cozy by your fireplace, watching a movie, going out to the movies. But this is very cozy, very, very beautiful, very unique. I am so happy I did not declutter this, because now I love it. I have been wearing her lately, and that is Gree Chanel from the house of BABYCAT. The next fragrance on my November tray is, of course, it's November now, so I'm bringing her out, and that's Granda by MFK. This is an amber bomb. So in here, you're getting all the things that I love. We get amber, we get labdanum, olibanum, you know, the benzoin. Everything is in this fragrance. This fragrance is like a warm hug. This is also another hug in a bottle fragrance for me. So I am so happy to finally get to enjoy Granda by MFK. And I have been given different layering tips for Granda. Someone told me to layer it with Instant Crush by Mancera, and when I did, it was phenomenal, incredible. So whenever I want Granda to project more, because Instant Crush projects, it crushes. So with Granda, I don't think it projects so much like when you walk in the room, but if you're close to me, you will smell it. But Instant Crush, if I walk in the room, you will smell it. So when I layer this with Instant Crush and I walk into a room, everybody needs to like start acting busy, because you know I'm here, the boss is here. So this is a really good November, fall, winter fragrance, and that's Granda by MFK. The next fragrance on my November tray that I will be wearing in the month of November is Moon Glory by The Harmonist. This is a honey based fragrance with jasmine. This is cold. There's a coolness I get when I smell this fragrance. This is so cool. It's so good. Like, it's incredible. Now, if we're not going the vanilla route, we're going the honey route. And whenever I wear this fragrance, I just want to hug myself. I just want to be in a blazer. This is not coat. This to me, I think, is blazer. So whenever I wear a blazer, I just want to look all put together. But I'm giving soft. I'm giving reserved. I'm giving quiet. I'm giving a nice, very quiet girl. I'm not giving like my usual self. But that's when I pull this out. But now that the weather is cooler, the honey on the skin with the jasmine, it is so beautiful. This is one fragrance that doesn't have oud and all the crazy stuff that I love, but I adore this fragrance. The next fragrance that I am excited to wear in the month of November, now that the weather is cold, listen, you know a list will not be complete without Rouge Soleil. Rouge Soleil to me is such a stunning, unique fragrance that doesn't get the love that it truly deserves. To me, this is a delicious wood. It has dates in it, so it smells like a Middle Eastern dessert. This is incredible. When I'm talking fall fragrance, fall perfumes, I'm talking about niche, I'm talking about quality. This is what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about perfumes, this is what I'm talking about. Rouge Soleil is incredible. It's stunning. And you know over here is a love. So in the month of November, Rouge Soleil will be that girl. The next fragrance that I am excited to wear in the month of November is by Amouage. And this is called Overture Woman. This fragrance is stunning. It is boozy. There's like apples, like green apples in here. Feels like there's like rum or brandy in here. This is such a good fragrance. If you love fragrances that, you know, apple brandy, meaning you like Apple Brandy by Kilian, you like Angel Share by Kilian, you like what I think Amber Elixir by Vertos, like those kind of fragrances where it's sweet, it's boozy. This is deep, is dark, and it's beautiful. Overture Woman is such an amazing scent. You need to get your nose on it. It's one of my favorite amouage as well. In November, as the weather is cold and I wear this is giving jacket. I have on a jacket and I wear it and I have my legs crossed. It's giving, I'm not in the mood. I don't want to talk. Just let me be. Just let me look fabulous. It's given, I'm going to a Luwewe show. That's what it's given, you know, the girl that loves Luwewe. She loves to be stylish. She loves fashion and she loves artistic fashion. But that is Overture Woman from the house of Amouage. Now, the last fragrance, honorable mention on my November trade fragrance list is the new Keali. This is from the Oud Gazim collection, Cafe Oud. Cafe Oud. I think I'm gonna pick this up now that the Sephora VIB sale is on. I definitely need Cafe Oud, and this is Rose Oud. I brought that Rose Oud because I actually layered them together. I am halfway down with Rose Oud, and I am halfway down with Cafe Oud. So definitely I will be needing a full bottle, but I'll be getting a full bottle of Cafe Oud. I feel like with Rose Oud, I definitely have stuff that smell like it, although I love it. I just have stuff that smell like it. So Cafe Oud and Rose Oud together, I'll probably go through them by the end of November. I've been loving it and I am obsessed. But that's it, guys. Those are the fragrances that I am excited to wear in the month of November. I am so happy that we're finally getting some cold and I will be finally able to wear these fragrances. So let me know what fragrances you're going to be wearing in the month of November. Do you own any of these fragrances I talked about? If not, let me know your fragrances so I can check below. Now, don't tell me to get Escape Gourmand because it's in the cart. I haven't pulled the trigger yet because there's no oud, there's no olibanum, there's no labdanum, there's no akigari wood in it, and I feel like I don't want to get it and come back and start ranting and complaining. But I have it in my Lucky Scents cart there, and someone told me to get is it called Bianca Latte? I added that in the cart, but then again, the same thing. There's no benzoin, there's no oud, there's no labdanum, there's no LME, there's no... I'm like, listen, I think what I'm going to do is wait. So I will probably try to get my hands on decants. But like I always say, in all things, add glitter. Whenever you're in doubt, add more glitter. And when all else fails, and your back's against the ropes, in the month of November, first of all, you need to pray, okay? Call on the Lord. But when your back's against the ropes, you need to try one fall fragrance that you have never tried before. And most times I always tell people the one fragrance that I feel like you have not tried before is from Panadora, Sweden. You need to get your nose on Imperial Wood. If you love soft fragrances, try Dorasima. Dorasima is soft, it's beautiful, it's a very good spring scent. If you're a guy and you want to smell like money, try Swedish Wood. It smells exactly, come closer, it smells exactly like Promise by Frederic Malle. Or 16 is the dupe for Rojado's Sweetie Oud. So you know that they know how to make fragrances that smell like shmoney, but you should try a fragrance you've never tried before. You should try Imperial Wood from Panadora, Sweden, and add more glitter. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in another video. This is definitely my scent of the day. I already put it on, and when I tell you, as I was recording, I was catching whiffs of it. I'm like, this is stunning.